Alright, hello everyone. Nice to see you guys. Tonight I'll be platooning for a bit here. I'm gonna go for the first about an hour and a half platooning tonight if anybody wants to join in. Graham's already in the platoon, so we have one spot open. But I'm only gonna platoon for the first hour and a half. Kinda had a pretty long day at work, so kind of want to, towards the second half of the stream. I'm going to go till 10 o'clock instead of 9. I'm going to solo for the second half. Because I had to go back to work for a little bit, but it's nothing too bad. It's just need to catch up on a couple things so I do not have to go to work tomorrow on my day off. But so it's actually, it's not that bad. It's just instead of staying at work past 3 when I typically get done, I decided to come home because Levi would have been a little bit, oh god, distraught. We got enough people scouting, so I'm gonna actually pop back. Nice to see you guys. I was about to say, I remember most people. I would say, I won't lie. I don't really remember you, Fatal. Usually I can remember someone's avatar at the very least, but might just because my brain's kinda shot today. It was just typical restaurant stuff, but fortunately nothing terribly bad. I say I don't know where exactly you died. They caught you somewhere though. Say on a side note, get a kick out of this. It's not very good, obviously, but for a restaurant and hotel, like we don't have air conditioning in the kitchen, of course, but one of the main AC units, brand new, last year, it broke, like 2-3 days ago, and they've been trying to figure out exactly why, because it's pretty messed up. Apparently, the somewhat official conclusion that they came to today is when a very strong thunderstorms came through, it got struck by lightning. Looks like it, and yeah, everything's pretty much fried in it. Let's say I was a little bit shocked, but it kind of makes sense with how it looks. I just thought, yeah, it sucks, but I thought it was pretty interesting. At least it didn't hit anything else though. Yeah, I kind of go toe to toe with the 430 is a lot of armor. Need to get a little bit lucky here. It's just, unfortunately, a frickin', there we go, a pile of logs that, since I'm using heat here, I can't exactly punch through very well. But I have a little bit of an issue of, there's only 3 of us up here now because somebody died, and pushing is kind of out of the question now. I'm very sorry, IS7, because you're probably not going to make it out of this. Yep, I'm next on the chopping block, but hopefully I can use my... We need to run away, but it's probably too late for him. And at this point our team kinda got crapped on, which... Nice to see everybody. Sorry, when I'm playing a light, I've been playing this for my first match a lot. It's a little hard for me to keep up with the greetings for the first match here. That's alright, little bud. He's a little grumpy. But he's gonna be pretty pissed at me when I leave after the stream here to go back to work for a little bit. I'd say at this point I really don't feel like using premium rounds, but this thing isn't exactly a sniping tank. No high tier light tank is. It's just the overall accuracy is pretty bad. I don't want to fight at long range, but unfortunately it's kind of what I'm given here. I might be able to pen him. Nope. I hit him too low and I credit him. But what the hell? I die anyway, might as well push out and actually hit something. Okay. Wait until now Skoda to complain about the team. Come here, Mr. Scorpion. Or not. Nothing I could have done differently there. Unfortunately, we weren't able to push anywhere and win any flank, and especially as a light, that's kind of a death sentence. So, first request up is the Rudy. Get this up here. Nice, John. You got the LT 100. So, it's much better, Arkham. Thanks for asking. Hello, Uber. Nice to see you. And see you, Fatal Shadow. Play like your brother? Nervous? What do you mean? Let's say I play pretty aggressively. Sometimes I just second guess myself, but usually I have a plan. It's just whether or not it's actually gonna work. Yeah, tonight, typically Mondays I can go later. I'm just gonna be cutting it off pretty much at 10, maybe a pinch earlier, just because I'm gonna pop back to the restaurant for a bit, and yeah, won't be going past 10 o'clock tonight. But at least I'm able to stream a little bit longer than usual. Okay, you bought stuff for Levi. Sorry I missed that. I'll get it after the stream, or after the match here. I'll fix OBS too, so it pops up as well. I thought I had fixed it before I started streaming, but it seems like to get it to work properly I have to start streaming first, and then I have to refresh something for it to actually work. I just have to go back and catch up on a little bit of prep that we weren't able to do today. It was a pretty sucky day, but either I go back and do it tonight, or I have to go in tomorrow bright and early. I'd rather sleep, so I'm usually up late anyway. Today waiting for Ryan to get home. Holy crap. There goes most of my HP. I'm surprised that he penned me all those times, but armor on this is decent, but I tend to rely on it a little bit more than I probably should. Oh lord, we do not have anybody. Yeah, we do not have anybody behind us here. Thank you, Graham. He actually has the 107 on him. Crap. Hey, Graham. Ah, almost. But go figure. Our help was very awesome. For whatever reason, we sent 3 people through. Well, it's all fine and dandy. They went like the longest possible route for no hoe. I think we're gonna get this, but still, that was a very out of the way route to take. But alright, let me fix OBS here first. Hopefully it works after this. Even though it doesn't say that you purchased one Uber, but I'll still give Levi a tip since he's over there kind of. He has his wheel next to him. He really wants to he really wants to play. But he mainly wants to go outside. But unfortunately I can't exactly go do that right now. Yeah, you happy now, dog? But next up is the Oni for a request here. Oh, you'll play with your frog? Heinrich, I saw your request, yes. You just, you know, I don't type requests during stream, or games. Which, Flame, which one would you like me to pick? I'm trying to only, you know, pretty much just one tank request per person, just because they fill up very fast. He requested 2 lights. I can do either. If you'd like to pick one of them. It's more or less just, you know, they fill up basically in the first battle or so. It's like pretty much at this point, you know, I stream for an extra hour, which is why it's not full yet. But yeah. Hello, Dave. Nice to see you. I'll just type then 4190 up since that's the first one there. But I also, you know, I'd like to fit in some of my picks as well. Hello, Poser and Dave. I was about to say, honestly, with today, I don't care how well I play. I just want like an enjoyable session essentially, because more or less, like, yeah, I just want today to kind of be over with. Move on to the next. Yeah, I don't use the derp gun on this. More or less, you know, they both have their ups and downs. I prefer this gun just because I don't like the long reload time on the derp for the Oni. You know, both are viable guns, but this one I would say struggles a little bit against other basically higher tier heavy tanks or TDs with a lot of armor. Whereas otherwise, against other tanks, say mediums, lights, whatnot, I'd rather have the standard gun. I know. Should I take like the slowest road and like weave in and out? Alright, he drowned himself. Awesome. Good job, Andre. 10 out of 10. Yeah, today, probably the closest I've come this year to wanting to basically disappear, say, out back for a minute and just like, you know, breathe for a second. It wasn't even that I was like super busy. It's just some days in a restaurant, like my job's always hectic because I do the job of basically two people. I'm the sous chef, and also I basically cook the line all but one day that I'm there during my shifts. And today I guess I had so much stuff that I had to do, like as a sous chef, like organizing orders, whatnot, to where getting all that done while cooking was a little bit difficult. Hey, I'm waiting to see what my IS-3 does here, because this E75, I have a premium AP getting ready to load, where they, unfortunately, they engaged the KV5, so I'll just load up HE here instead. Of course, just as I do that, he moves up. Like a showdown here. We both missed. Hey, Graham's doing fine over there. I'm completely fine with just HEing him, as long as my other teammates win their respective fights. That's not good though. Nope, he swapped over to gold. Go figure, an E75 against an Oni, and he swaps over to frickin' gold rounds. His AP round, I just find it extremely funny because his AP round, you know, his standard round could very easily pen me. The only spots he probably couldn't pen me with his standard round easily are like the slope bits, and if he doesn't aim for any flat spot, more or less. Donor. I think they should be fine over there. Three of us, first one E75. Exactly have a shot at this very moment. Fortunately, we're losing some tanks. This is not good. Where is he gonna head? Is he gonna turn? Nope, he's not turning. It's not good. I'm coming, Ram. They should be fine. That they should kill that IS, the Strive 103. Kind of banking on. He's got him. He's gonna move up. Just waiting for him to. I was gonna say, yo, I was gonna push to tank a shot from you, but you should still have this. It's just take that. No, he flipped the wrong way for me. Oh, that was fun. Fortunately, there we go. Oh god, that somehow worked out there. Don't know how exactly that worked out, but it did. Yeah, that's funny. That's just, you know, tanks right now where somebody bounces once and you know, they automatically swap right over to gold rounds, and yeah. Uh-oh. Now we have crap. Able to hit that guy. Just our Strev's a little bit more important to my team right now than me. Got him though. Can I get this E25? Freaking cockroach. I tracked him. Does he have a repair kit or a repair crew? I'm not sure. Awesome. Oh, I'm so glad I had the standard gun. If I had the derp gun, I would not have been able to do half of that. But Ace Tanker Award, thank you very much whoever requested this. That was a pretty fun match. Well, case in point, if I had the derp gun, it's more or less I like the standard gun because I can fire more shots, and if you miss a shot here or there, it's not as harmful to you. But nonetheless, luckily as a team we pulled that out at the end. It was pretty close, and yeah, unfortunately we got a couple more shots in on them than more or less. They kind of sat there and we were the flankers, and they kind of let us, you know, do what we did. Anyway, it all worked out. But I'm not sure. I don't think it's better, but I would say on any other Japanese heavy the derp gun's probably better, but not the Oni. So I have a Kronwagen up next. I'm just giving my tank up for I answer. Hello Rich, nice to see you. Thank you guys. That was a pretty fun one. Alright, I actually want to save that, of course, which... Get this to work. YouTube, it's kind of doing some updates today, and a lot of people have had some problems. Sure, I'll invite you. Since I'm only platooning for the first hour and a half, pretty much fill it up, guys. Thank you very much, guys. I know, a different map. I'd be fine with playing that map over and over if it had matches like that. Australian tank line? Dude, which one would you like? There's only 2 of them, Markham. I know it's gonna mess up tank requesting for a little bit, but it'll fix once I get into the next tank here. Yes, Carl. I did kind of say that. Unfortunately, I probably jinxed myself, but it was actually kind of unrelated as far as, like, honestly, the main reason my day really sucked today. So I'm always the first person in, like, by at least an hour at work. More or less, I walked into the kitchen, and fortunately it wasn't like a super important reach-in. So essentially a reach-in for a restaurant is, you know, a refrigerator, where it's basically in like the main, where you cook, send food out, whatnot, so on and so forth. But somebody had left just a little crack in the runner's reach-in fridge, which over time kind of caused it to, it broke, and all the food in it was about 65 to 80 degrees, which no good. Had to toss about, I would say, 200 to 300 pounds of food. It's a lot. Most of it was honestly a potato salad. We do sides of that for a lot of bar food, but yeah, it was not a good start because a lot of the stuff in the fridge, the guys in the morning prep, and we had just done a lot of it yesterday, and we were a day ahead on our prep, to where, yeah, it kind of set us back by a day. But that's one thing where I always say for like certain restaurants, like, certain things I wouldn't order at a restaurant unless I've like eaten there before, or like, has a really good reputation. Only because some places, because I've heard, the health inspectors, when they come in, you hear things about other places, and I don't know if they're technically allowed to tell you, but it happens. But other places, and I've heard before, and even from people that work for us that worked at other places, more or less, say a different restaurant that happened to them, they would have just fixed the fridge, used the same old food, went along with their day, because I guess missed 2 or 3 shots that I should have hit because I'm talking. But that's the norm here. But it's like the food wasn't bad technically, but in a restaurant setting, especially if you're not going to use it right away, that's a big no-no. You got to toss all that stuff. Other places that might not be as caring would have saved it, because it's a lot of money, but by law and ethically, you throw the food away. But that just kind of, it set me back by about hour and a half, 2 hours, so that's why I'm going in for about 2 hours after the stream here. But yeah, unfortunately, I could have done a lot more with the Kronwagen here, even though it's a flat map. I was distracted. Oh, I know, Andrew, I'm gonna get to him now that I died here. I hopped into the battle because I kinda want to keep like a fast pace tonight, just so I don't get tired, but also don't think about all the stuff I've have to do after the stream here. But there's one in the shop right now. Yes, pretty much all. Yeah, all that lost because one person didn't close the door right, yes. Even though potentially, like, it was, like, just barely, like, say, a quarter to a half of an inch open. It could have been, like, a pan, like a sheet pan, just, didn't let the door shut all the way, but it was pretty visible to where after basically the restaurant closed up, kitchen staff left, waiters, who knows, like if they had like a couple desserts left or something, someone must have needed like a side or something for their table, or hell, were hungry and they grabbed a little potato salad, because we don't, we lock a lot of stuff, but like people are gonna come in and take like barbecue sauce, like and potato salad. So, but yeah, one person just missing that the fridge didn't close by a little bit kind of screwed it over. But that's my job though, so that's why I'm always like, during the streams when like might be like stressful or hectic or like people trying to troll, it doesn't really faze me, because compared to that, while also like I cooked for about, I would say, as far as like individual plates I sent out today, about 240 different plates, like standard meals, not counting like sides and like little odds and ends. I don't really keep track of them too much, but as far as like in my head, I always keep track of like the amount of real, not like real food, but main dishes I send out, because that's like the bulk of your prep work. All the little sides are pretty easy. Flame, I mentioned I'm only taking 1 tank request per person, so if you'd like to replace it, I can do the HWK over the M41, but I'm only taking 1 request per person. It's just, you know, a lot of people watch, a lot of people request, and I think it's fair if I just limit it to 1 person, or 1 tank per person. That way I don't have to close tank requests down pretty much immediately every single stream. Yeah, the flag. But there is a Ace Tanker Biscuits in the chatbot shop. Hopefully it's working, because I didn't see, like Uber Eats said you purchased a Levi biscuit. That didn't pop up on my end, but hopefully the update the guy did today didn't break something. That'll make it a little bit difficult. Yeah, being reliable always sucks. I'm sure people here who are reliable know what I mean, but I wouldn't have it any other way. It's honestly unreliable people piss me the hell off. Nobody that works for me, like on my shifts, is unreliable. Or else they would not be working in the morning in the kitchen. Like some people, like we have one guy who he works like 4 days a week for us, and sometimes he's like, oh, like, you know, he thinks he doesn't do a lot, which he does a lot more than he thinks, and he's really useful. But like I told him, which he took it as like I was saying, like, ah, that made me feel better. But it finally clicked to him, like, you know, a minute or two later. I'm like, the #1 thing I ask out of any person that works for me is you show up every single day on time, and, you know, that you pretty much be reliable. If you need like a day off, something like that for an emergency, that's all right. You just, you know, you give a little heads up as much as you need or as much as you can, but more or less you just, like, you know, it's not like you just don't show up in the morning, because you can't replace, or not replace, but you can't exactly get a replacement cooking pretty early at like 4 or 5 a.m. without pissing someone off, waking them up. But yes, you did, Lobobo. Say, I played it pretty aggressively pushing out here, which already kind of is focused on me, but what the hell. Yeah, for whatever reason, we have 2 heavily armored tanks sitting back in the center. We have the usual TDs camping around the base, which never makes any sense to me, because think back to the amount of times that you, or say an enemy team that you're faced off against, have won the match from sitting in like H1 or H2. Pretty much non-existent from this side. Nothing wrong with going 1-2 line, but you're better off playing aggressive and pushing it. Sitting back is not ideal. My face cam? That's because I I forgot to switch it off of the dog cam. Sorry, but like I said, I had a really long day today, so I might forget a couple things. So no problem, fix it, man. Oh, the Ace Levi biscuits aren't there. There's probably something wrong with the Fussbot shop if they didn't show up. I'll check it after the match, so see if I can figure out what's wrong. It's probably the update. The guy tried to push out an update to fix Streamlabs that came out yesterday. He put one out today to try to fix that. It didn't exactly work as intended, so it probably introduced like a bug here or there. But he's working on pretty big updates to where Streamlabs is going to be fully integrated as far as like it's like when you tip through Super Chat now, you get Levi biscuits automatically, and it says it in chat. He's working on that, and then he's also working on integrating, like, for the streamer website, it'll show up like my Facebook for WoT Guru, Twitter, stuff like that on the main banner when you click over to the link. Like little things like that where roping in like third-party programs, you know, I guess it's pretty difficult to do. I've never really, you know, had to do anything like that. Usually for my website, it's all figured out already, and I just kind of plug in a URL. I'm definitely going to end up dying here. It's just, I was kind of hoping my Artie was going to get me on that one. And he didn't. It's alright, Alex. Honestly, with my HP, I can't really do too much. Can try to create a little bit of distance, but thank you. That actually helps out a lot. There's a 263 all the way back there. Whoops. God. Interesting spot for him. Ooh, now that he killed him, I need to... Already missed me, fortunately. So I just want to not get Artie, but if I can get up here, I potentially can get some good shots. The 263, I can shoot down into him. But, can the night crew do the prep? Unfortunately, no. They're extremely busy tonight, to where the prep I need to do is specifically like morning stuff, to where they don't really do it, and I need to basically, like, I checked in a bunch of orders today, but I didn't have the time to actually put them away exactly where they need to be, and to basically count all the, say, bagels, bread, stuff I need to order tomorrow for Wednesday. So it's not something that I would expect anybody else to do. Plus my brother's off today, so he's not there, where he'd be the only other person technically, not to say qualified, because it's not super hard stuff, that would actually, I'd expect to do it for me. Honestly though, like, it sucks I have to go back to work after the stream here, but I'm not that bothered by it, because typically I'm up till 1 or 2 a.m. just only on Mondays for when Ryan gets done work. So instead of basically sitting here hanging out with the dog, I'll pop over to the restaurant. And honestly though, it sounds very mean, but the one guy that works at night, that's basically, say, the second sous chef, he only works at night though. He asked, like, you're coming back, like, when are you coming back? I'm like, 11, or like 10, 11, or whatever. He's like, I won't be here. I'm like, it's kind of the point. Not specifically for him, but I like being alone at the restaurant sometimes, because I don't have to work around people, and which my team is just, at this point, I have to either push in here or, yeah. The 263 is just murdering them back here. He might catch me before I'm able to get the 183. And the 183 is probably going to get me at this point. Yep, even though he missed. Got him. But 263 is literally right there. He might come after me. I would come after me. But Birdie's in a spot that I actually can shoot. Awesome. No! No! Anyway, moving along here. That took a little bit longer than I thought. Hello, Nemen. Nice to see you. Do I have a cat? No, I do not. Ryan's allergic to cats, so no cats here. There's a neighborhood cat that essentially not lives 2 houses down. It's kind of like an outdoor cat, and a lot of people take care of it. It really likes me. Levi hates it, but alright, so I have a PZ-34 up next here. Hey. Stop. There's no whining. She yelling at my dog there. Alright. Let's see if I can figure out. Yeah, there just might be something wrong with the chatbot shop tonight. There's nothing that I can specifically do to fix it, unfortunately, if it's not working here. I'll try to yeah, I'll try one more thing after this battle here, but yeah, it's probably not gonna work, unfortunately. If anybody's purchasing anything, currently it doesn't look like it's working. Even if it gives you a okay on your end, it's not connecting the dots between me and the Fussbot server that hosts the shop. So I would probably not purchase anything tonight, guys. At least I'm gonna try to reconnect and see if that fixes it. But yeah, I really like this chatbot. Plus, you know, it's kind of the only real fully fledged option that you have on YouTube anyway. But I kind of understand with it just being one guy developing it. You know, there's ups and downs, but okay. PD pushed mighty far. I was about to say, Benjamin, you're talking about trolling people, or trolls, and you're the one currently kind of, more or less, not that it's yelling, but kind of yelling at everybody. I got myself a little bit too far out here and tracked sideways, so unfortunately I'm definitely gonna die here. Unless this Matilda 4 takes pity on me. Come on! You can do it, track! I was kind of hoping that I would have gotten back there a little sooner, and I didn't. Not used to seeing the M7 as a light tank, to be honest. A little marker on the mini-map. It kind of confused me for a second. You can look to see what you get in the shop. I'm not gonna list everything. I know I can't pen him at this angle, but I could at the very least... There we go, he pulled out. Main goal was just to track him, but he pulled out just far enough to where we're done. right now it doesn't make sense for me to push any closer, because fine, I guess it would have. I would have just rolled right into the T40, but I wouldn't have been able to hit that guy if I kept pushing straight on, because on the move accuracy is terrible. But free dinner? I can get pretty... Not that I take a lot of food from the restaurant, but I can pretty much take anything whenever I want from the restaurant. You know, it's family, so... As far as dinner goes, more or less, probably won't really eat anything like considered a real dinner tonight, just because Ryan doesn't get done until like 1 a.m. so let me try to fix the chat bot here. Start that. Probably won't. I think it was just the update the guy put out kind of borked everything here. Doesn't look like yeah, it doesn't look like the chatbot shop's working tonight, but yeah, unfortunately. So if anybody spends anything in the chatbot shop, I would say you can tell me that you do it in chat, and hopefully I'll see it. But more or less, yeah, I'm pretty far behind chat here. But sorry, Grigsby, no ace tanker in that match. Well, you can, all the commands still work for Fussbot. It's just specifically the shop where you can spend things on. You can buy things that are currently up there, but more or less that's hosted on basically the Fussbots. Hey, that wasn't. Thank you very much for the tip, Grigsby. I'm like, it worked. That was a pleasant surprise, though. It's hosted on Fussbot's server, and then it connects to me when somebody buys something. So currently, it's not connecting to their server for whatever reason. So yeah, it's just something. It'll probably be fixed by Wednesday. So, but thank you very much, Grigsby, for the tip. Yeah, I'm still shooting to get an ace for you though in that tank. That nice. You got the super Persian, John. I know you'll like that tank. Actually, yeah, they have a lot of tanks over on the other side. It's just I like to get here so I don't get artied. It's just our AMX 30s being a little bit of a wuss. Mainly loaded up a heat here just because there's an E100 and a PZ7. I'm mainly bluffing now. It works sometimes. Thank you very much, Object 140, for the tip. They're getting damage. It's just I'm still waiting. They're finally up with me, the Conqueror and AMX 30. Kind of what I was waiting on for them to kind of push up. But double check that nobody's over there, because I'll be able to kind of take them one by one here now. Even though they're playing it smart by pulling back like that. M103 though, guys, I just like hitting them in the cupola. It's so easy to pin it. Let them roll right into my shot whenever possible. Don't want to get hit by him now. I do not have the S51 Benjamin. I've told you a few streams now. If you want to request a tank, please look at my tank request list for tanks I actually own. But I was gonna say after this battle that as far as tank requests, they're pretty much full at this point with the amount I have, and I don't want to take too many more at the moment until I know that I can actually fulfill them all. That chat definitely has got him. Okay, do I go for the sure fire damage or do I go for the fun here? I'll go for the fun. Think I can make it down? I think I can. Oh, whoa, dude. Don't shoot me like that. Come on now. No. Ah, he missed. He wasn't even aiming at me. Ah. I thought I was trying to go for something fun by ramming the Conqueror and shooting the E100, but nah. He died. Hello Mojo, nice to see you. But yeah, there's this, to make things easy, there's a little URL in the video description where everything is labeled as far as what tanks I have and what I can play for you guys, if anybody is interested. Decent match though. Our team did a pretty good job at, we were ahead very, very early on, so that made things pretty easy. Up after this is a tortoise. I like picking on Artie. Wonder if I miss reporting the fussbot thing. To report that way that guy sees it. I don't think it's anything on my end because honestly, worked last night, update didn't work today, probably the update. So I use auto aim sometimes, Grigsby. If I'm like focusing on driving and if there's like a tank that's either coming directly at you, away from you, or sitting still, just auto aim it. It aims center mass. Typically it's better than your own aim, which thank you very much, Bud, for the subscription. Yeah, it's better in that regard if it's going directly to, away, or sitting still. Just auto aim. That way you can focus on, like, you're not like aiming at something this way and you drive and hit a wall. And then you just click off once, you know, once you're back in, you know, somewhere where you don't have to focus on driving as much. But mainly it's at mid to long range. Like if I'm close up, I'll do my best to still aim even if I am focusing a little bit more on driving than shooting. Just because at close range you're aiming like at their, basically their gun, upper plate, you know, their strongest bits of armor for most tanks, to where it's, you know, it's not exactly a good thing. Like, take this for example, KV-1 more or less is moving straight away from me. It doesn't hurt doing it for that if you're not 100% trusting your aim. Stopping PZ4 makes it a lot easier to hit you. Ah, I knew he was gonna turn there, and yet I still shot. That up. I screwed that lead up. And I just shot a dead tank. I was doing pretty good there for a minute, and then everything started to fall apart. Cracked him now. He probably has a repair kit though, yeah. I'll head back to base just because, yeah, there's more than just the OI there. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that nice cup, but basically at this point, it's about 134, or I forget how many per week I'm gaining on average. It's something around there. Yeah, it's around 100 and something a week, I think. A lot more than it's ever been before. Yes, I am platooning, pretty much only for the next 30 minutes though. I'm not going as long as usual. Had a pretty crappy day at work. Taking my chance here that A, he can't hit me, and that he'll miss. You don't want to be behind him. And he knows that. Go. Thank you very much, Nemanja Radakovic, for the subscription. Botched your name, but yeah. I'm gonna say the 12T's back there now. Oh, I know how he got back there, but I'll just go for him. You want to play 1KV2 match? I can try to... It's not requested right now, but I'll try to do that before I'm done platooning, yes. Ew! Ah! I would have missed him anyway. But if it's fine with you, I'll wait until pretty much it's when I'm gonna be finished platooning to do that assault. It'll just make things a little bit easier. But not the best match, but pretty decent. Nice job, Graham, in the KV1. But we gotta win. That's all that matters. Especially mid-tier matches. That's usually what I gun for. Surprised Levi isn't begging more since he, with the chatbot shop not working, he you know, he can't exactly get tipped. He did kind of pass out though. Yeah, the T-25 is not too bad. The main faults of it is A, it's a tier 5 medium. They're pretty unbalanced as far as not being great against higher tiers. But it's just turning and it sucks. Your hull feels like you're driving like a really slow TD or a heavy with how slow it turns. Don't know where I want to set up yet, so I'll have it actually right. We have plenty of people that way. Yes, I did, Benjamin. Yeah, free is always better. The TDs aren't too bad, it's just there's, you know, there's duds in both lines, specifically like the FE 183 line. I would say the duds are in the mid tiers. The FE 4005 stage 2 line, I think that's the full name. The dud is the tier 10. But in that line, all the tanks leading up to the tier 10, like I want to go down that line because the tier 8 and 9 specifically are very interesting to me. But yeah, no tank line is perfect. This side I typically don't like going to as a TD. I don't like staying at mid-range on it, but this side kind of needs a little bit more oomph, I feel like, which this T10 needs to. Good, he's backing up. So I'd say he needs to not push. This M103's, I guess I'm gonna push up here because it doesn't look like the 5 people up here are gonna pull back. They're just gonna stay there, which they're not doing a bad job. It's just a lot of times you see TDs kind of sit here and wait and beg their people to pull back. Good luck getting random people to do that. So, hello Golden, nice to see you. Well, that's what mods are for. I'm sure you can find a mod somewhere to put a... It'll probably look funky though. A turtle shell on a tortoise. Hey, M103, you are not a heavy tank. Like, I technically it is, but it does not fight like a heavy tank. Oh god, our left side literally just got smacked by... It looks like they spotted all those tanks at one time. Unfortunately, Labobo, you were over there. Thank you very much, Grigsby, for the tip. So to say, the OI, it's getting a little bit of a rear armor nerf from what I saw in the next patch. I don't think it was this past one where it got it, but you got penned by the FE. Or they don't have an FE. You got penned by something. But what was I even saying? Oh, the OI. You know, Japanese heavies typically, you go for the sides for the mid tiers. It's much weaker than shooting the rear armor. At this point though, I don't think we're going to be able to cap, and the 746 is heading back. I'm going to try to head back, but honestly, yeah. Unfortunately, Not too much you can do in the tortoise. Even if I went to the other side, doubt it would have changed the outcome. Recycle a green leaf, or else you'll have to forfeit your YouTube username if you throw it into a fire. I know you're probably joking. I recycle literally as much as I possibly can. Ryan and I even go as far as if, like, we take Levi to the beach, we bring like a little grocery bag and fill it up with whatever trash we find on the beach. Sounds gross, but you know, you're walking on the beach anyway, picking up beach glass and stuff. Might as well frickin' pick up all the plastic balloons, bottles, what have you, that are sitting there. Alright, it's down to me and Artie. This is gonna go so well here. For them. And he turned at the last frickin' second. Yeah. I'm not even gonna bother. I guess it doesn't cost anymore now that they're reusable. Yes they did. This is one of those matches, especially being in a slower tank, to where, you know, if you pick the wrong side or the team gets ahead, it's kind of hard to come back and make a comeback. I'm just gonna push over because honestly I don't want to draw this out any more than it is already. There we go. Let's move on to, we have a T92 up next here. Get that queued up. I'd say Artie. I thought he was gonna survive a little bit longer than that, but let's say I'm not sure how many battles you only have up to. What tier set? I can potentially do one match with you, Perry, but I've said it quite a few times. As far as platooning goes, as long as you message me, I'll do my best to get you into a platoon fight. If you don't have a lot of tiers, you know, it's hard when I don't have tanks that are kind of requested that work with the tiers that you have, because I try to put tank requests first and I go through them in order. Which, Perry, I'm not sure if you know you're the same person as Salt. Yeah, I'm not good with, you know, it takes me a few times to remember names, but I'll get in a platoon battle here at the end with you, because I plan on platooning up until 8:30, so very soon it's going to end here. But at the end, I'll do a mid-tier one. I was about to say, GPUs are really expensive. I'm lucky to where when I built this, I could take my old one out, pop a really old one in, a 560 Ti I had that I popped in. Not that that one really needs a GPU. It's not like I play games on my other PC. Although it does help a little bit with like Photoshop having one. Hey, looks like my team's all going this way. Surprise, surprise. Don't blame them, but this This map, for as much as it's been reworked probably more so than, like, dramatic reworks than a lot of other maps in the game. This side, push this way. That side, push this way. Pretty much the way this map works. You know, sometimes the match plays out a little bit differently, but as far as what sides have strengths over one another, this side, pretty much everyone always goes left for good reason. Same goes with the other side, which they actually pushed a few people out here, which nipped that in the butt. Oh, I only wanted to honestly track and stun them, to be honest. Just to slow them down a little bit, and looks like that worked. Any tips for Artie? Pretty much always keep moving behind your strong flank. Like, I'm probably going to end up here, and hopefully they're able to kill the guys, because I'll actually push all the way up in this area. If you don't move, even if it's just a little bit in between your shots, you're doing something wrong. Especially for high tier Artie. But I'm not necessarily the best SPG player in the world, to be honest. Now they're nice and grouped up for me. Why couldn't they have done that frickin' like 40 seconds ago? Honestly, I have a mission for SPG 15. I'm not gonna get it this time. You need to have your team assist with 2500 damage and also get top experience, but more or less to get that, you need to literally hit like every single shot. Come on, mouse. Pull back. Alright. I was gonna get a direct hit, but that'll still work. Okay, Lobobo's holding down that flank. It doesn't look... Strangely, it doesn't look... they still have... Never mind, they still have 3 bat chats not spotted. I'm like, it doesn't look like they actually pushed that flank, and... I don't know where their bat chats are. Here they come, though. Alright. I'm probably gonna just take one more shot over on this side. That way, hopefully they're a little bit more confident with taking this Type 5 out. I can stun them. Or stun, you know, stun him for them. Alright, got them both stunned, so hopefully they push right now. Awesome, they just did a lot of damage there. A little bit more than I was expecting. Come on, finish them off, give me more experience. Awesome. I'm at over 3,000 as far as stun damage goes. Fortunately though, there be a bat chat right here that's a problem, and a T62A. Screw it. I need to potentially help them with the E5, but screw it. That's actually a pretty decent hit there. Be nice if I got top experience, but the reason to say I'm not going to get it is being in an all tier 10 battle, the amount of other tanks that they just need to get like a little bit over, say, like 2,000 damage, because there's so much HP floating around in a tier 10 battle that the likelihood of you getting top experience in Artie is extremely low, just because it's, you know, it's so easy. I'm scrolling like a noob here. So I'm not exactly the best at Artie when it comes to I saved you, even though you probably would have been fine. But the easiest way to get top experiences already is to play tier 8 or tier 9, where you're gonna more likely not be in matches with higher tiers, and you either cause assist damage or direct damage to tanks 1 or 2 tiers higher than you, and you actually earn a decent amount of credits for inflicting damage to them. Don't head that way. No. Crap. I missed my chance. Killed him, but still missed my chance here. But yeah, if their batch had pushed earlier, we would have probably been in some trouble. But typically every single upgraded engine Grigsby is always worth it. There's no way to really know until you equip it, but no upgraded engine is, say, like a downgrade. I would say it's always worth getting it. But just for this mission, I just, you know, I didn't expect to get it. As far as top 4 experience, but damage wise, you know, I didn't do a ton of direct damage, which is part of the problem. I wasn't too far off as far as top goes. However, 3,300 stun, had I gotten like, say, 3,000 damage, that probably would have pushed me to the top spot. But going too much over the minimum, and the mission I was, you know, I'm kind of referencing is War Gods here. You don't want to go too far over the minimum, and you need to do a crap load of direct damage yourself. Okay, see you, Graham. Thank you very much for the fights here. But let me get the next tank kind of queued up here. Cleaning. Okay, the Scorpion battle, I can fit you in, fix it. I was about to say, if you would like fix it, you can hop into this one as well. Just because Perry and Salt, if you're still watching, send me a message. Yeah, after these 2 fights here, I'll get you into a battle, Perry. Well, the reason that why is the S51's kind of like, not that it's a terribly good arty, but when they reworked a bunch of things, they don't want a ton of people rolling around with arty with a giant cannon. That was before they rebalanced arty, adding in stun. So that's why they kind of put it behind the KV2, that way to kind of limit the amount of people that actually got it. Because it was mainly like a troll SPG to play, essentially. Yep, that's what brothers are for. Always there to mess with you. Honestly though, with the most recent patch buffing experience and credits for arty, I might have to give it a shot, trying to complete that SPG 15 mission. I might try that tomorrow at some point. Maybe in between. Tomorrow I'm going to be sleeping in a lot. I always do that Tuesdays, but tomorrow's kind of like my landscaping, gardening day. But yeah, now that's 51. Like, it was fun before with the giant gun on it, but I would say now it's not exactly worth getting, in my opinion. Okay. There's way too many eyes on the hill to where I'm gonna go somewhere else. As far as I'll try popping up here to see if I can get a buddy. Gun depression. Failed me. I really hate airfield though. Like this map, it's fine, but I just don't play good on it, especially if I'm in a heavy or TD, I can hold my own, but if I'm in a light or like a lightly armored medium, I just kind of suck. Like literally every match. I know what I should be doing and where I should be going, but it never clicks for me. I'd say it's way too tempting for a defender. Awesome, and somehow he was able to do that. Yep, you're gonna kill me. Don't know why he wanted to ram me, but yeah. That's my typical airfield match though, just don't really accomplish anything and die in the center. Hello, bud. I think you deserve a little tip. Benjamin, as far as arty changes, you know, lower damage, added stunning, higher rate of fire and splash. But if you want to see specific changes, you're better off looking up like patch notes. Say hopefully tomorrow, this webcam, I'm finally going to be able to put it where I want to over there. But for Levi's camera, I'm just waiting on a couple USB cords here. Nowhere around me actually sells the things that I need. Oh, hi. Yeah? Get a toy? Give me a toy. No? He thinks he's getting more biscuits. T-3485M? Yes, John. Like, the problem with, like, premium tanks mid-tiers don't really get me excited anymore just because they don't earn a lot of credits. Crew training's not too useful to me at this point. Like, the tanks that I play a lot, I have pretty good crews in. But it is a good tank as far as, say, performance-wise, since they did recently buff it. Let's say, what's that bump on you, buddy? Thought it was a tick, but... Oh. That sounds pretty interesting, Mind Pro. Good luck with that. I know nothing about coding. Hey. Oh. I think he wants to play with his frog here. Alright, so we got a Scorpion G up here. And then some mid-tier, or one mid-tier match for platooning after the Scorp G here. He's like, toys? He knows they're in there. He's not getting them though. But I'm gonna be, you know, streaming for about an hour and a half more here. I'm gonna have one more platoon fight up after this, which makes sure. I don't know if you're even watching because I've asked you a couple times, Salt, if you're still here watching. You wanted to platoon with KV2s. I don't know if you're Perry who's messaging me. But yeah, after this battle, I'm going to do one mid-tier match for whoever wants to hop into a platoon. Please message me. I'll send you an invite after this. After that, I'll be soloing, though. I might be able to take a couple more requests, but I'm going to start mixing some grinds in as well. Oh, I know. I did that on purpose. It's got Serb's face on it. Say I have the Christmas sweater, I have a chef jacket in here, I have the Christmas hat over that way. I have everything ready if, you know, people ever purchase stuff. Go up on my little perch here and hopefully I get some shots. Probably won't, but it doesn't look like the enemy's gonna doesn't look like they're gonna push the town. Which I can go to a different spot and get shots of it. This is just the easiest area for me to shoot things at. Oops. And forgot to turn there. I like that spot when I actually, with that VK, I could have gotten one shot on him. Surprised he's able to push out that far. You guys know me though, I'm not one to camp in the back though for a long time. Awesome. I did not intend to do that, but I will gladly take it. E54. Possibly is going to get his Emil 1 killed. Don't spot at me though. Here he comes. Uh-oh. Really? Oh! E50, no! It was kind of worth it. Yes it does, Uber. It's probably the best mobile heavy tank and one of the best hard-hitting, or I'd say pretty much the best medium that doesn't fight on hills right now. past them. Probably not that this is like a stellar Scorpion G match, but probably one of my better, honestly, until I flip myself over here. I usually underestimate the size of it sometimes as far as the height goes. Get myself in a little bit too much trouble early, and I end up dying pretty quickly, but this worked out pretty well. Fortunately, I kind of held myself back in the beginning, and then when I pushed up against the Yag Tiger, I thought there was a very low chance of me dying for what tanks were around him compared to our tanks. So, yay, 0 damage crit. Yeah, as I said, calculated risk aware. If you're in a tank with no armor, doesn't make sense to still sit back if there's an opening to where, if people can't shoot you, if there's cover or there's other teammates that they're focusing on, just push the hell up, because you're better off doing that than sitting in the back and being useless. The stream has gone to heck. Poser, I haven't noticed anything. It doesn't seem like anybody else is having trouble. So I'm not sure what's going on. Decent match though. Our VK did a pretty good job carrying us with 5 kills there, finishing people off. So, need some salt. You said you're still here. I honestly do not know what your name is though, unless you're Perry. Hello, Michael. I can pop the IS-7 on. I'm pretty sure it's 2. Oh. So, I was about to say, Perry, not that, I'll just platoon with you and that'll work. Sorry, Lobobo and Fix It Man. One of you could have stayed, but, I asked a few times if you're assault parrying. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I honestly just clicked the tank here. Yeah, KV2 works, and then after this, getting back to the 183s up after this. I don't think the Scorpion G was ever changed. Neither has really good camo, but something that, like, I'm not saying you're false there, to where the Scorpion G, because of the turret's probably a pinch better than the Yag Panther 2 in almost every scenario in a way. But one thing that it's hard to quantify the shape of a tank and how well it performs, but part of the thing I hate about the Scorpion G is with the size and lack of armor, you're not able to fight on any hills, more or less, because so much of your tank sticks out higher than your gun, and people are always going to be able to hit you before you're able to hit them if you're basically the aggressor or not in a very far away sniping location. It's just, for someone like me, it makes that tank to where if I was in like a Yag Panther 2, it would be a little bit better in that scenario, but the Scorpion G has other, you know, upsides over that. But actually, I'm gonna head over this way. Just looking at, I don't think I'm gonna get many shots over there. I'd like to, usually in a KV2 I'd push out in like D1, E1 and just take little pop shots, but with 3 already and not many people going out that way. Yeah, honestly, you know, I'm just going wherever, you know, kind of pops in my head here. Doesn't mean it's right or wrong, though. Thank you very much, Labobo, for balancing. But I chose going over here just because with a few heavies over here, it's a little bit easier for me to kind of blend in. Just take a shot here or there and hopefully not get focused by Artie, but we'll see. I don't think there's anybody here to spot me right now. So I'm just going to take a little bit of shortcut and hopefully not get hit by over there. Whereas pretty much I'd just be sitting over here like staring at the wall. Oh Lord. Let's say I need to just go because I'm gonna die. Speak of a Yag Panther 2, I just got shot by one. He popped up just at the right time to frickin' get me there. Well, yeah, blend in, but you know what I mean. Blend into the crowd of other scary heavy tanks. Alright. I would move now if I had more HP, but I'm just gonna... Probably gonna die, but primarily from Artie. And I could have just hit him. Why did he just do that? I blended in a little bit. And Artie killed me. Awesome. But life of a KV2. But for 3 Arties, I should have just stayed in my one little spot and waited to hit the Yag Panther 2. Would have gotten hit on him. After that, would have been easier for the team to push up, and I wouldn't have had to push out like that. But up after this, let me just get my quests in a row here. I'm going to be soloing after this. As far as requests, you know, if anybody else would like to request any, probably can take maybe like 3-ish more total. Because I am going to be mixing in some grinds as well. But I'm going to be going for the next about an hour and 20 minutes. Can't go any past 10 o'clock. So... gotta go to work. Started my day at work at 5 a.m. today, and I'm gonna end it. You know, I had a long break in between. I got done at 3:30, but I'm gonna end it at basically 12 o'clock, midnight. It's a pretty long day, but hopefully we win this though. It'll be a pretty close one. I've ammo racked the mouse before, honestly. Hey. Ugh, trying not to take these off, but he keeps kind of Levi hitting my chair with his little wheel because he wants to go outside and play with it. Do you want this? Yes. Thank you. I'll play with you before I leave and ditch you. Yeah, I was actually thinking that what is it, the A43 was gonna pop on Cap, but yeah, he went right past him. Yeah, one of the first matches I've ever played in an FE 183, I ammo racked the mouse by penning it with a Hess round in the side. Like, this was years ago, but it was awesome. Hess used to, you know, be a lot better back then too. You'd like to do a challenge? Okay, I'll get that out of the way next, just because I have a little bit of time here to, since I have to manually do everything here. Here we go. Thanks for the one battle, Salt. Yeah, thanks for the fight that we're about to win. Hopefully, if we lose this, it's not exactly on us. But I was gonna say deep fried bacon. I've done it in a pinch to where we really needed more bacon, but I honestly, deep fried bacon doesn't really come out if it's just pure bacon thrown into like a fryer. All right, T110E3 here, but thank you very much, Salt, for the fight. Not to pop out prematurely here, but you know, I don't want to spend too much downtime just sitting and waiting. All right, so with a challenge here for the T110E3, I need to combine between damage, blocked, and also spotting. Let me get the old calculator out here. Need to do 2.5 times the HP. Total, so 5,125. Since John, even though the chatbot shop isn't working, I kind of manually did it. More or less, this challenge that he purchased, if he wins, he gets double the Levi biscuits back, which I can actually fix it. I actually took off a little bit too many of your Levi biscuits. And if I win, he doesn't get anything back. I'm getting a little confused here. Honestly though, I honestly hate bacon, more or less. Like, I'll nibble on it at work if I'm super busy just because it's in front of me, but I hate the smell of it now. I hate dealing with the grease. Yeah. But then again, I cook about, like, not always me personally, but as far as in the morning, we cook about, like, I don't know, let's see, 300 pieces of bacon in the morning, every single morning, if not more some days. So it's over time, yeah, it makes me sick, honestly, like some days, just smelling it. Yeah, I accidentally did 10,000, John, but I fixed it. Honestly though, this is not looking good for a challenge sake as far as where I'm going. Because we literally don't have any spotters out here. Vegas missed. Fantastic. Oh lord, there's a lot of tanks out here. Really? Shoot me! Must get all block damage. Say that little hole, they're doing a decent job at not going in it, unfortunately for me. I have a very bad feeling about this match, to be honest. Usually I'm pretty confident in E3, but not with this one. Missed that shot there. Yeah, it's just M48, but that's why I didn't push out like that. They have enough tanks there to where they will be. Nah, I kind of figured he'd throw heat at me too. They'll be able to pop out and basically trade HP better than we can. That hurt. And I'm dead. Unfortunately, you beat me, John, but this match, I shouldn't have pushed out like that. Alright, so moving along, I will credit you your Levi biscuits here. Yeah. Alright, so next up here, yeah. I didn't even get close. I was like 1,000 away from getting to it. So I'm going to do the 183 up next here, and then I'm going to throw in a tank grind. But for the rest of the stream here, I'm going to be soloing, and I won't be able to take any more requests here as well. Well, no. As far as requests go, or not requests, but challenges, like, it doesn't seem like a lot sometimes, the 2x or 2.5 times like damage, but yeah, it's not easy to pull off in that situation. Yeah, what am I gonna do against? Honestly, the WZ-111 5As weren't what did me in. It was the mediums, like the TVP, that can get a bunch of shots in me where, you know, if I engage one person, they just pop a little bit to my left and pen me from the side. So, yeah, my team not pushing anybody down that line was really stupid. Yeah. Thank you very much, Mealsies, for the subscription. Honestly, for baking, like, or bacon, you start with basically an oven at room temp, turn it to like 350, 375, pop your bacon in while it's still room temp, cook it for, if you're not doing a convection oven, maybe like 16 minutes. You'll get perfectly flat, straight bacon, and it'll be really crispy. My times might be a little off there. It might be a couple more minutes. But excuse me, if I cook it at the restaurant, because typically the other guy I work with does it just because I work on the other side. I usually start with a cold oven. He starts with a hot one, and it doesn't come out like flat. Like it has little waves in it, which there's nothing wrong with it, but it kind of looks cool if you get it perfectly flat. Alright, I guess I'm gonna push up here. Wait for it, whatever. I wanted to hit him a little bit further up, because that's where his ammo rack is. Hello, Aventurata. I kind of forgot about him. Thank you, Michael F, for the subscription. But yeah, I like the oven much better too because it doesn't really get messy unless you cook it super high temperature where it kind of pops once it gets over 400 degrees bacon. Yeah. Hey, you push up, buddy. I'll go with you, but keep in mind, I do not have a very fast reload. Oh, I missed him. I should have aimed more, but yeah. Gotta love it. And this FV just sat out there getting shot, and now he's dead. He's probably gonna start cursing at me like, ah, what are you doing? And or probably not, but wasn't my fault, dude. You were literally sitting there letting them shoot you. That's all on you. Now I'm in a bad position because long ass reload. Armor is not exactly the best, and I missed another shot. This is where this tank just sucks in a way, where accuracy and you just don't get lucky sometimes. That shot, I could have aimed it more, but there was a very small chance I was gonna hit that thing, and yeah, that's how today's going so far for me. This is getting, I hate missing back-to-back shots in 183. It's beyond frustrating. Alright. Is the... Hey, who's gonna kill me? The guy from the back or the front? At least they got him out. Thank you, M53. But my armor isn't gonna save me here. Especially against APCR. It's only 2,000 damage, unfortunately. So next up, I'm going to do a grind. I have not Nice Cuppa. I probably won't get to watch that for... I don't even know, honestly, when. Like, I haven't seen Ryan since... Saturday, so I won't watch it unless she's here. Alright, so I'm doing a grind, so let me hop into a little light here, WZ132. Yeah, Gunner, I censor your pictures. Hello, T-Dog. Yeah, Labobo. I remember that. I'm gonna feel so bad when I have to leave Levi later. I'm probably gonna scare the shit out of the overnight person. They were like, why are you here again? Because I saw them, you know, I saw them this morning at 5 a.m. and they're coming back in when I'm just getting there. But I had to warn, my aunt like literally lives right out back of the restaurant. And I got to warn her, I'm like, if you hear, you know, someone kind of crashing around in the kitchen, yeah, it's just me. Pushed back. Back. Nope. Say, I don't think he'll push over at me, but this guy will. Help me. Nope, I'm dead now. Holy crap, my turret. My turret went the other way. Oh well. Somehow I got 14, like I did ram the T-49. I got 1400 damage out of that. But, yeah, it's not exactly worth it. Usually for this tank, I've been shooting to try to do about 3000 between damage and assist, but honestly at this point though, just push. Good. They killed the bat chat. Like, just push into them. They're light tanks with no HP. Alright, so I have an Australian tank up next here. Let me hop into the AC-4 experimental. I wasn't expecting the T-49 though, but... yeah, I hope by next stream the chatbot shop's working again. I know, it's kind of, you know, it's fun for you guys and also for me as well. You know, tipping Levi and like treats or toys and whatnot. Hopefully one of these days soon I'll get to... I need to change prices a little bit on a few things, and I want to add a couple things in as well. I just haven't really had time to implement them and find the correct like picture that goes with it and so on and so forth. Figuring out that what Uber can exploit out of it. Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna say, a few of you guys are getting into new ranks here for the stream. Which I need to come up with a few more of them as well, because nothing too soon, but say within the next month, a couple of you guys will, at the current rate, start maxing out at what I currently have for 10-hour intervals. Close enough. Not even pointing my way. I'm actually gonna go this way. My town is not looking like it's gonna push. Crap. Granted, my hill, or not hill, but field does not look like it's gonna push either, but I'm gonna go out on a limb and just hope for the best over here. Shit, there's a challenger. Yep. That was a bad decision. Come on, guys. Have over half the team there. Wait until they spot that TD. If they spot that TD. My arch nemesis, the frickin' T-67's here now. That was dumb. The Challenger fires very fast, but I am very surprised that they are, yeah, at least they're killing the Challenger. That it's taking as long as it is. Yeah, I might be able to hit the M4, but only if I move out a little bit more. That'll get me definitely killed though. He just spotted me. But he can shoot me through that little archway. Yeah, my team's not going to push up now. Yeah, he's right there. Whether or not I'm actually penning him's another story. I don't think I am. I'm dead. It's just... I'm a little frustrated because we had so many people in the field and they literally just... yeah. They drove there, got spotted, and then basically slowly popped around a corner and died. Instead of, you know, pushing as a team, working together, stuff like that. Crazy talk. So I'm gonna hop into a T49 for a grind, and I'll get to the M48 after that. Hello, David. Nice to see you. A New Zealand tank of corrugated siding. You never know at this rate in World of Tanks. I actually contemplated bringing Levi in with me to the kitchen, but unfortunately, if I just had to go in and count things, I would. Just because that's not like in the kitchen, but he wouldn't do well like actually like in the kitchen where we prep stuff and stuff. That's not honestly allowed, but everything's kind of wet at this time of night because they clean the floors, of course. Don't need him getting floor soap, industrial floor soap all over him. Alright, is anybody gonna push anywhere? Because I'm not exactly wanting to do it. Awesome, he spotted me. Let's say he's got a higher alpha gun than me, but I'm gonna... There we go. Try to even that out. Awesome. Curious. Maybe that was all of his HP. I was like, who else spotted him? But yeah, health codes, yeah. But yeah, if I was just going in to like count, like I had to count all the bread, bagels, and a couple other little things. That's actually, you know, it's in a different area where he'd be a little bit better off. And he visits me every now and then, though. We mainly keep him out back though, so he's not in the way. Got nobody over here. And oh god, team, do not push in hard. And that's, you know, the enemy's all in one spot and you're not. You do not dive into them with full force. We just lost the advantage as far as that goes. LTG, if we are not able to cap out, this is on you. Like, we're only down by 1 tank, however, I don't think he realizes that they have some pretty big guns left. Like, we have an E75 and T95, however, they're in one little area, and that area is not where these enemies are going to be coming to push in. Here we go. I always love capping out. Didn't really accomplish much. However, I would gladly take a win. See you, Grigsby. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much for the tips as well. But not a sexy match, I should say, but it's a win. I will gladly cap out if it means getting a win over a loss. Don't care how much damage I would get otherwise. Some other people might disagree with that, but they're filthy stat patterns. The M48. Oh, I know, Uber. Honestly though, like, the guy will probably get a little bit of a laugh that I'm there, but not to blame it on anybody though, but if the overnight person last night went through their routine, I wouldn't have had to throw away about $500 worth of food today. I felt so bad doing it, but you know, it was not there's no way you could save it. Nobody really wants to eat just straight up potato salad. Like, I'd give it to people that work for us if they wanted it. We just can't sell it technically, so it's not spoiled, but if it's over a certain temperature for a certain amount of time, especially an entire overnight with a broken fridge, you can't sell it. But if they had went through their routine of checking the kitchen 2 times a night, wouldn't have had this problem. But nah. As far as our bagels and bread, yeah, I'm watching you. Don't want him to lick his little paw. We get our bagels from a company. They're in Atlantic City, so technically it's local. But we get all of our, say, like dinner rolls, bread, Kaisers and stuff through them. And then like other bread we get through a local company in Wildwood, so a little bit closer to us, for like, you know, white wheat, rye, stuff like that. But yeah, all of our bread outside of, like, we have what we call backup bread, so it comes in frozen, and we buy like a case like once every couple months, to where if we run out for the day, we'll tap into that for like sandwich rolls, stuff like that. But otherwise we get bread every single day. I just have to, the way I order, like technically I can order every single day and get it next day outside of Wednesdays and Sundays, but I like to give them at least a day kind of buffer to where I stay ahead by a day. Helps me out a little bit, helps them as well. So typically you get a little bit better bread that way. I noticed too that you're not like putting them in a bind by like adding a lot more than they anticipated. It doesn't look like they have people up here. I'm hesitant to push up just in case I run into something with either high alpha or more than one tank. Excuse me. Honestly though, when I worked at night in the kitchen, I got around any issues of people messing with the kitchen intentionally or unintentionally after we left, I just freaking locked literally everything. Even if it had nothing valuable in it, I locked the shit out of everything. Takes a couple minutes to unlock everything in the morning, but I'm gonna lose a lot of HP here. Maybe not. You know. But then again, I used to, before Ryan and I started dating, used to stalk Ryan. I'd wait for all the desserts and stuff to go out instead of just letting the waitresses handle them. Kinda hung at the bar. Which, yes, that's how we met. She started bartending at our restaurant. I was the nighttime sous chef at the time. Granted, I hung out afterwards anyway, before she came along. I just usually sat in the kitchen, not at the bar. That's a big miss. I knew that was coming. And he missed me. It's just, I don't know. Alright, I'm able to get up there. It's just the same X30's coming up. I'm definitely not going to make it out of this. Yeah. But somehow, I don't know what happened in the South. We literally lost over half of our team, and they did not make it anywhere. I wasn't even watching the mini-map for that, but literally I don't know what happened down there, but usually what happens with that is your team just literally pushes into their tanks that are sitting there firing at them, and yet your team still just pushes into them like, we'll make it, and yeah. Hello, Robert. I will try to get back to the T49. I won't make any promises though. I did just play literally the last match, but I am mixing in some grinds as well. I'm just not taking any tank requests, but I'll try to do it for my next grind that comes after the Centaurian here. Hello, Negev. How mushy romantic can I get? You'd be surprised. But I wasn't even reading the chat. That's probably what went wrong if they're all fighting each other. Honestly though, if you ask Ryan how we met, she said, oh god. We literally need to spot the center. They have so many mouses. Like we need to get them here. She says that I stalked her to her car with my skateboard. Which, thank you for the subscription, Negative. Even though it wasn't stalk, I asked her. T-43, I'm not the most knowledgeable as far as that tank, but I believe in its current state, it's not to say it doesn't sound good, but it's at least playable. Might as well double it up here. Oops. Probably gonna die here. Yeah. I don't know why I ended up doing that, but it happened. Sorry for whoever requested the Action X. That was a crappy match, but honestly, my mind is going back to work mode right now, if I can be honest, as far as what I need to do when I get back to work in about an hour here. That's a little bit descriptive, Daniel, but not exactly how that happened. That is how you do not play a Centaurian, but yeah. If I get distracted, I guess I die in the first minute. It always happens. But this is why I do not stream before I go to work any day. Because literally my mind is just well, like when I'm at like work in the restaurant, I'm 150% focused on the task at hand and a million other things. Like, take for example today, like I literally did not, I had 2 pitchers of water, but outside of that I didn't eat or even stop for my entire 10.5 hour shift. I was beat afterwards, but you know, everyone else kind of, you know, I don't mind even if we're busy. Like, people deserve breaks, but at least for me, I don't give myself a break. Alright, it would be nice if this blank would push out. Yeah, now he's saying spot please, like... Did you not just see that I spot it? However, everyone was sitting back a little bit too far. But honestly, I'm not pushing out any further than this just because I don't have my repair kit. There's a T10 we could very easily swarm right now. That's nice to know, Greenleaf. Gobbling up all those viewers, at least here on YouTube. I knew I could pop him from the way that him and the other guy were moving. Honestly, at this point, like, they're getting RD'd. They blew their chance, and the AMX 30's running away. Other 183's not pushing. Screw these guys, not to sound like a dick, but yeah. All the other tanks on this flank weren't even in a spot to shoot them, and they couldn't take on one T10 alone because they couldn't figure out how to push as a team. Now we're gonna lose this side, and we're probably gonna lose the match, to be honest. Yeah. I can't push there. I'm in a light tank. Like, it's just, I know I can't pen this guy. My little dinky 90mm. But I'm spot it now though. That's probably gonna be a big mistake, but just when your team doesn't you know, they literally did not push anywhere in the first 30 or so seconds. Not too much I can do as a light because it's not like I can hold ground, and I tried to spot for my team, but nobody was there to take shots. But it is what it is. See, the only chance I have against him is with heat. Hello Harley, nice to see you. I was say, I haven't seen you in a while. I saw someone say Tony's Produce in the chat, and I'm like, what? That's nice to see you. Yeah, let's say, I haven't seen you since the fall at some point, I think. It's all going good. Hopefully everything's going well with you. Alright, here. I'm probably gonna die here, but what the hell? We're not gonna win this anyway. No, what are you doing? My escape route. Yeah. I might have made that throw if I had run into a teammate. Oh well. Better than I thought though as far as this match goes, but still a little frustrating. But alright, let me get into my next tank here quick. 113. Oh, there it is. I'm glad to hear you're still alive. It's going pretty well. A little bit busy. That's a little bit too busy to be honest. I had to pop over to the restaurant after I'm done here in a little bit. But I assume pretty busy for you. Summer's always hectic around here, as you know. Yeah, John. That's who we get most of our produce from for the restaurant. Hey, congratulations, Harley. You're the first person that actually, outside of one person, Rich, who's watching here. I met him a couple times now. You're the first person that actually knows me that has popped up in the chat before. Thank God it's not like my girlfriend's. I always thought at one point my girlfriend's mom was gonna pop in the chat and be, not to say a troll, but she'd probably try to mess with me. Does it feel icky hot? Yes. Even though this time of night it's not bad, but yeah, every day is pretty humid and hot in Cape May. There's a 50B. This is not good. Why are they taking my spot? Nobody's supposed to go over here. I was gonna say there's 2 people on my blacklist on the enemy team. Usually a good sign. No. Yeah, I work daytime still. I just have to pop back over. I didn't get everything I needed to do done today, and I'd rather not have to go into work tomorrow since it's my day off. I just have to pop over for like an hour or so and do a little bit of prep and get stuff ready for orders that I have to put in tomorrow. For like bread and stuff. But I'd much rather do it tonight than tomorrow. I was saying earlier to everyone else, I'm probably gonna scare the crap out of the people there who are at night, as far as like the overnight people. You're like, what the hell are you doing here? Like, A, you're off tomorrow, and B, you were just here for like 10-11 hours today. I've done literally nothing this match, but I haven't exactly gotten much help from people on my left. They weren't able to push, they just kind of sat there and got clipped. Yeah, I'm sure you do. I mean, I guess you're still working for Tony's. Let's say from what I know from there, some of the times I hear a few drivers say they work, I don't even know how many hours, but I'm like, holy crap. I usually max out around like 60 hours a week, but I've heard stories more than that. I don't know if they're true or not, but tomorrow, no. Typically Tuesdays I don't stream. Wednesdays I do though. Typically it's Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday I stream. I am gonna die here. I love the amount of premium rounds people are throwing at me though. Like, it's just kind of funny because they haven't exactly shot and bounced off of me to where they just automatically started out with premium here. Pretty much if you can pen a 113 with standard, you're gonna pen it regardless. Or if you can pen it with premium, you can pen it with standard. It literally doesn't matter between the two, so I guess props to them, they killed me. But I hate this map at high tiers because your team just sits there, and yeah, it becomes very dull after that. Let me hop into a IS-7 now. Tank request here. Pretty much, Carl. That's what it seems like sometimes with some players. But that map specifically, once you get, you know, towards tier 10 here, it's just way too small and people just sit right near the spawn. Okay. Eh. No problem, Jack. Yeah. That's unfortunate, Harley. Well, at least, you know, at least you found another place. Yeah, I was gonna say, I was actually, a few times, I was like, I haven't seen, it was you and, there's one other guy that, delivered, from Tony's with us, or to us last year. I haven't really seen either. I was like, I wonder, you know, if it's a different route or something. So, see you, Graham. Thank you very much for watching. I'm tempted to push further here. I'm just a little bit hesitant because my last couple matches haven't been so great. Anybody gonna come out and shoot me? Type 5 here. This is not good for me because an IS-7 really can't pen a Type 5 all too well. I don't have my repair kit either. Nope. Alright, let's just bide a little bit of time here for me. Oh god, this is not good. At least I have a 704 coming my way. Oh, as I say, I tried it on PS4. I didn't really like the controls with it, but they're pretty, you know, they're pretty much the same game as far as most things go across like PC and PS4. I found it a little bit hard to drive on PS4, which was my problem, but that might come down to just the amount of matches I have here on PC. That's cool though, you're trying the game out. Usually I tell people to try World of Tanks to give it until you get to about tier 5, because the low tiers are they're just kind of dinky. Like, they don't feel like actual tanks to me. Turning. But that's really where the game you start getting into some things that actually feel more than just like a go-kart. And the game tends to slow down a little bit at that tier 2. Aiming at me. You? Yeah, if you don't have a premium account, it's hard to get a gunner, like, to make credits, I would say, above tier 8. Thank you very much, Juan, for the subscription. Nice, Dave. They have a cottage in Cape May. Pretty cool. Uh-oh, he's gonna get me here. Nope. Angled too much, but it worked. Didn't work for him, though. Oh, well. I only did 2,000 damage. I thought I did a little bit more, but I wasn't expecting to lose as much HP as I did pushing here, but I didn't have as much people backing me up as I thought. Hopefully we win this one now. Tips for starting. Let me hop into my next tank here. Thank you very much, Lobobo, for the tip. I know Rick. Yeah, Rick typically he'll be here most likely in the next stream. I tend to, for those of you guys that watch like every stream, I kind of get your guys' schedules down. But as far as tips for starting World Tanks, the hardest part of the game, like, consoles have a few console specific maps too that aren't on PC, but it's kind of learning the maps. Typically there's about two to four flanks on a map. Usually most have 3, to where, like, for this map most people fight either up here in the center or all the way down here. So it's learning. Like, you can look on websites, like I have one, it's wotguru.com. It doesn't have all the maps, especially for console, it's missing those specific ones. But just seeing the general areas that people go to is important. You don't want to be called out, if you're a newer player, out of those areas most times. And trying to stick kind of with the bunch of tanks will help you out. But starting out too, I'd probably recommend doing either Russian heavy tanks or the American heavy tank line. If you think you want like mediums, go with Russian mediums or American mediums. They're typically the easiest lines for somebody first starting out to get into. Just they're easy to play. You don't come across too many bad tanks if you're pushing up through those lines, whereas say like you start with like Japanese tanks or French tanks, they're pretty god-awful starting out in the low tiers, in my opinion. Thank you very much, Labobo, for another tip. Which thanks Milano for the subscription. But another thing is, more or less, you never want to push, like, until you kind of get the gist of, like, how matches work and the flow of battles. You never really want to push into tanks that are pretty much aiming at you, like I just did there. Like, I could kind of tell that I could slip in without getting damaged. But you don't want to push into pre-aimed tanks. It's what you'll come across a lot of people doing, and it usually does not end well for you. But that's pretty much common sense, but I just find a lot of people making that mistake for some reason. This guy, whether he knows it or not, pushed up to where I can't hit him now. I think he even realizes that. Get him there. Turning my front that way. Pop him. Okay, never mind. They did not kill him. I thought he would be dead by now, but he's not. There we go. But outside of that, you know, learning the maps and like when to move, when not to move. It's learning, you know, the strengths of your tanks versus, you know, strengths and weaknesses of enemies. Like this tank here, pretty fast, but the armor's not great for a heavy, and gun depression's not all that good. So when I was fighting on the hill there, I basically picked a spot to where I wasn't having to crest the hill to shoot on the enemies as much. But it's like a giant game of rock, paper, scissors, more or less. Console's a little bit different to where the controls aren't exactly as precise as PC, which is what kind of turned me off from playing consoles. But I'm sure after you log in enough battles, it becomes a little bit more intuitive. Like, I was crashing all over the place playing on PS4. Ever play War Thunder? Yes, I have, Harley. I didn't exactly like it too much. Like, I'm not too much into planes, but the tank side of it, since, you know, I already play World of Tanks and have a ton of matches in it, it didn't make too much sense, you know, for me to play two different tank games. Ruin it? Ah, you've ruined it for me. Not a bad match here though. 2,600 damage, 1,800 blocked, 2,100 assist. I do not speak Hungarian, no. Yeah, War Thunder, that's not a bad game. I know that's on console too. They might actually have better controls on console than World of Tanks, but yeah, mainly it comes down to, yeah, I have so many hours and tanks in this to where, you know, I don't think I'll ever start another tank game. I already played a T110E3 earlier, but I'm gonna hop into it again here, since that last match in it kind of sucked. Unfortunately for John, it went in his favor. Unfortunately, Juan, I don't have an AMX 5100. I'm not taking any more requests either, because I'm only streaming for the next 20 minutes. But thank you for the subscription. Typically for tank requests, it helps to request them in the beginning of the stream, and I try to get to as many as I can, as long as I own the tank. Yes, War Thunder tanks, it does feel like you're just slipping around on ice the last time I played it. Do I stream any other games? Currently, pretty much every stream in the summer here, because I only stream 4 hours, or not 4 hours, 4 days for 9 hours a week. I just stream World of Tanks. However, like last week, I streamed a little bit of World of Warships and also a game called Dreadnought, which is actually, I think there's an open beta you can sign up for the PS4 right now. It's like World of Tanks, but in giant spaceships, essentially. It's pretty damn cool. But I played those for a little bit. Essentially, it's not working this stream because an update broke it today. My chat bot for the stream here, people earn currency and they can purchase it to where I end a stream in a different game. But it won't be until the fall and winter when I can stream more to where I'll have like once a week I'll play a different game. But right now it's just tanks, since you know I have fun in tanks. It's what most people are here to watch. Yeah, this is the matchup I needed earlier. Tier 10 with, you know, I am putting myself pretty much in the most vulnerable flank for this, to where I can get hit from the hill in front of me. You know, it's risky, but I think it'll end up working out here. Not for him, though. Alright. Most people are here to watch Levi. Yeah, my dog. That's very true. Unfortunately tonight, since the shop isn't working, you haven't been able to tip him as much, but even though with this matchup my team's doing too good to where I'm not going to be able to catch up near there, so I guess I'm going to push down this way. Already fire? I thought about it, but you know, they got him pretty early. I didn't have to worry about their SPG. Die. Yep. I was gonna say, I literally don't think I'm gonna get anything, because my team's just plowing through them, and this isn't exactly a fast tank. A tank skin like Levi. It'll probably come out looking like a cow, to be honest, since he's brown and white. I missed this shot. I didn't want to hit my guy after that, too. I kind of zoned out there for a second. I don't have all the tanks, no. I have, I think there's about 500. Really? Screw you, dude. I have about, 500, or not, I don't have 500. There's about 500 or so tanks in the game. I have 238 right now. That guy shot me. There was no chance of him hitting that other person. But, yeah. You're gonna have to choose to get... he's probably gonna get shot by the Conqueror because he can kill him. This is not going as intended. I probably should have just sat on the cap because I'd be done already. But yeah, so I have about 238 out of, give or take, about 500 tanks. A lot of the ones I'm missing, like I have most of the grinds done in the game since I've played this since 2011, but I'm not gonna shoot him back now. But not exactly the best match in the T110E3. But I guess I wasn't playing good enough as far as my stats are indication of for that guy, and he shot me. As far as the tanks I own, I almost have every single American one now. Just missing a couple here as far as unlocking them, but buying a few back. But not to say I have the important grinds done, but I have most lines that people go for first. I haven't even started checks tanks, but I'm getting there. Coincidentally enough, Sweden is the first nation that I have every single tank unlocked. I did not think that was going to happen. I thought it would be American tanks first. Let me hop into a grind here. This, you know, I probably have one more match after this. Yeah, I don't retaliate against people that shoot you or whatnot. It's just, it's not worth it. That's when you open yourself up to getting banned or something. That person's username is Nuke the Whales. Alright. But my next stream, since I only have a couple matches here left, is going to be Wednesday. My only early one in the week here. It's going to be 9 a.m. to noon. After that, Thursday and Sunday are the next ones up, 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Say tomorrow. I try my best tomorrow to not pop on. There's just too much chores to catch up on. Which is why I'm going to work here shortly after the stream, so I don't have to pop in tomorrow. It's never fun going in on your day off. I'll get stuck there longer than I intended. If there's other people there to rope me into things. I was about to say, they have a couple tanks, the Skoda and the Leopard 1 on the enemy team that can get up here, where hopefully our bat chat doesn't take a lot of damage. I'm mainly going up here to help him. I don't want to stay up here. I'm gonna get RD'd and I won't be able to push off the hill because this has no armor, but we'll see. My team didn't scout anywhere, so it didn't make sense for me to sit down here. Sitting in this area, I don't really think I'll accomplish much there either, so hill it is, and I'll probably get nailed here, but see. I have a small little window to where this leopard should push up for this bat chat. I'll try to hop up here and get a shot on his side. Got RD'd. Now that they know that I'm here, I'm gonna get RD'd next. Alright. Go after him? No. I'm trapped again. I'm gonna die. No doubt about it. That's what, I guess that's what I get for, I shouldn't have crest out there like that. But, it's what I get for trying to help my teammates. Ugh. Thank you very much, shoot them back for the tip. Alright, let me this is probably going to be my last battle, so I want to try to get my double done for the WZ132A. Streaming after 9 tonight hasn't went well for me. I'm not even that tired. I don't know what it is though. Because typically, you know, I end at 9 o'clock for my streams, but tonight's kind of went downhill here. Glad I did though. I got to talk to you, Harley, since I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, forcing the issue. The main thing that did me in was that Skoda. It's just he tracked me that second time. I wasn't expecting that. I knew I'd get shot by a couple tanks, but it was mainly preventing that T-57 from pushing up, and that obviously didn't work. Thank you very much for the sub, Harley, and yeah, nice chatting with you too. Hopefully I'll see you Thursday. Have a good night as well. Make this last one spectacular. I'm gonna try. They currently, like, this is one of my grinds, but this is probably the light tank I have the most fun in. As I roll right into a bat chat here. Go figure. But at least on a light, I'm not too concerned because I can, grant this map sucks for light tanks. I can make do with low HP and a light if they don't push on us here, which of course they're gonna push on us. So this is definitely not gonna be my last battle here. He's gonna get me. And I bounced. Moving on to the next one. I'm gonna play a non-light tank now. So let's see, what kind of tank? I'll play a Type 5. I haven't played this in a while. Light tanks aren't clicking with me right now, obviously. I've tried to, because almost all my grinds are like light tanks or light mediums right now. They just haven't been working. But I'm not blaming you guys. It's just sometimes everyone knows who's played World of Tanks. Like sometimes some types of tanks work with you, sometimes they don't. But unfortunately, all my grinds right now, outside of the WZ-111 5A, that match was pretty good. The recent one in it, they're all light tanks, and yeah. Sometimes they're a hit, but mostly misses if you're not on top of things. But this is definitely going to be my... Well, yeah, this could go one or two ways. This frickin' map. This is probably going to be my last battle, though. Even if it ends a pinch before 10. I'll do a little raffle at the end here, too. Just because I need to get Levi all squared away before I head off the restaurant again. Honestly, we have way too many people. They're gonna scream at me too, but we just have so many people heading to the town. I'm not heading there. Screw it. Hopefully they don't all start heading this way. But if you look at their team, there's no Artie, and I would say their top probably top 5 tanks are gonna head south. Even their TDs can potentially then they have a light. Their KV-4 is probably the first tank I would guess is gonna go to the city. Unless T-57s head there, but I have a feeling the T-57s are gonna head this way. But honestly, this is not looking good for us because our team's all bickering and fighting against one another. Like, you gotta love people. I don't want to push out far here, but there's, you know, outside of the mouse, he's fine. These other guys ahead of me, I don't want to leave them hanging if I can help it. Since even against the mouse, frontally, this has a little bit better armor than it. Where I kind of need to be out here tanking shots for my team. Stop throwing heat. It's not fair. Like, literally, that's punching heat right through the strongest armor on the Type 5. That's what sucks about heat shells. For some tanks, but... So you have my full attention now that you're... Unfortunately, that didn't work, though. Take that. Luckily, he didn't hit me on my side. Levi, honestly, I wish I could bring him with me, but he's gonna... Not to say bug out, but he's gonna be very confused why I'm leaving. But at least it's only for like an hour, hour and a half. That was a poor league. I'm gonna lose a lot of credits here, but I made the right choice by heading here, honestly. Bounce those heat shells. I hate freaking SDV1 right now. Luckily his accuracy is not the best. Neither is mine. Yeah, Levi fixes my stats. Usually he moves his little toys around near the front door, and we always leave a bed for him next to the front door if we leave, and we come back and he's got like a dozen toys near the front door. Come on, I have to hit one of these things eventually. I could have got him there. Here we go. Definitely, this is I'm gonna lose like 40-50,000 credits here, but I don't care as long as I win. Oh, I just love my team bitching at the mouse, and even like myself, calling us a lemon rush on the frickin' tracks. Like, A, there was more people on our team in the town, and B, if we didn't head down here, they'd be in our base. Hello, Jeffrey. Do I really want to take this shot? No. We'll give it a chance. Yeah, he's not going to pop back out. Yeah. Oh, that's Levi. We can be gone for about 2 seconds going to get like the mail, and he's like happy as all hell us coming back in. He has this little wheel that you guys saw earlier, and yeah, he's ready to go. I'm in trouble whenever he has that in his mouth. That means I want to go into backyard human, play with me. Not exactly the best match as far as damage goes, but nah. At least we're gonna get a win here to end the stream. I'm happy with that. I'm just gonna use standard HE now. But pretty much lock in at this point. Unless they start ammo racking us left and right. My next stream though is gonna be Sunday, 9 AM to noon though. Hopefully I'll see some of you guys there. Hopefully the chat bot is working as well. I assume it will. It should be a pretty quick and easy fix for the FussBot developer to fix the problem. It's happened before to where the shop and the client don't link together, and it's a pretty easy fix for them. But thank you very much guys for watching. Thank you very much for the tips as well. It was a pretty fun stream. I had a couple ups and downs tonight, but it was fun nonetheless. Aha! I knew if I win it, I'd get him. What do you mean, Sunday or Wednesday? Sunday? Oh, if I said it wrong, it's Wednesday 9 to 12 AM. Sorry if I said the wrong thing. Honestly, not to say I am gonna do a raffle. It's gonna be a quick little 2-minute one, but I only lost 731 credits. That's not bad. Honestly, I mainly say my stream schedule so many times. Like, a lot of you guys here, you know, watch me every time, which but I don't get why some people, like, I have my stream schedule up on the top of the screen here for a reason where I don't have to say it, but so many people don't see that to where I feel like it's necessary for me to say it like every single time. But yeah. One of these days I'll be streaming Sunday mornings though. But cross our fingers for Ryan getting this job. There's another job opening too she applied to, so now she has 2 chances. So don't worry, bud, I'm gonna play with you and I'm gonna ditch you. But yeah, hopefully by next stream on Wednesday, not Sunday, the chatbot will be fixed. But it's still working to the point everyone gained currency here and everything. It's just the shop that's down right now. Which, thank you, Yagzilla, for the subscription. And hello, Hiker. I think the Jagdpanzer E100 is a good tank. It's definitely, like, one-dimensional, but it's definitely not a bad tank line to go down. There's about 20 seconds left here before it picks a winner. Hello, Harley, you're still here. Yeah, we'll see. I'll probably draw 2 winners here, too. But hopefully, I am getting close to where I think I'm going to be grinding out the WZ-111-14 and the WZ-132A first for my tanks. Which, congratulations, Lobobo, for winning. And the second winner, congratulations, Dave Williams, for winning as well. But thank you for watching, guys. Have a very nice night. I will see some of you guys Wednesday. If not, my next nighttime streams are Thursday and Sunday. And nice to see you again, Harley. Have a very nice night, everybody. Have a good one.